everyone. It's great to have you listening to the podcast. Today, again, I'm with Susan, and we're going to talk about some exciting things about faith formation. Susan, can you give us a brief history of Sunday school and what it was all about?
Well, if we really had to condense all the history of Sunday school down, it comes down to it was started because the Church of England wanted children who were working in factories 7 days a week to learn how to read and write, and they started an educational system for them. As the Americas developed and colonies grew and churches grew and migrated to the Americas, it turned into the Sunday school that we know today with the traditional classroom format, learning about the Bible, learning about creation, and all of the stories in it, and then catechesis instruction for each denomination thrown in too.
That's interesting.
Yep.
Very interesting.
It's a long history and it stretches way beyond that too, but that's how
it all started.
Yeah.
What was Sunday school like when you were growing up?
Yeah, so when I was growing up, I'll say I went to church with my grandparents. I was probably part of the generation that was called the latchkey kid, where we had two parents working all the time. In that world, youth ministry and Christian education became professionalized with more paid staff, not as many volunteers leading the ministry. So Sunday school for me growing up was the traditional format of sitting in your age-based class. I grew up in a Methodist church, and I went to church with my grandparents, and it was kind of very educational model. It was a drop-off. My grandfather, I remember him going to his own class. I really don't remember what my grandmother did, but I'm sure she went to a class or something as well.
Yeah. And can I share a little bit about my
growing up? For it.
I would love to do that. We went to the same church. It was actually generations in our family that attended Trinity Lutheran Church in Hagerstown, Maryland. I can hear Dad saying, "Honey, the bus is leaving. Let's roll. Let's go." I do feel like when I look at my growing up years, we did a lot as youth with Sunday school and things like that. But I really can remember wonderful role models, a lot in the home, naturally, but of course all around me.
Both of my parents were working a lot and seldom went to weekly worship. Due to that, a lot of my faith formation came from the role models in my life. Not necessarily at home all the time either.
Yeah, I agree completely. And that's the beauty of how we all come together to make an impact on individuals' lives. How do children learn about faith in today's world? That's a big question.
Ooh, that is a big question, and I'm not sure any of us have the answers, but, we just talked about our stories, and I'll say that about 29% of our United States culture now is affiliated as none, which means they aren't affiliated with any religious denomination, any religion, period. Actually, they're just nuns. They're a generation that grew up without any type of faith in their lives. I would say for our children today, outside of, regular worship attendance, Sunday school, going to summer camp, which is why I've pushed summer camp a lot, the ELCA youth gathering, and campus ministry for young adults are the four biggest faith influencers. And then you have your home, because where do kids spend most of their time? It's not at church. Let's be honest. We wish it was, but it's not. It's at school and home. And so those role models that are out in their lives, caring for them, and the role models here in the congregation, whether it's, St. Paul's or elsewhere, are biggest factors too, influences, which is why I try to show up in kids' lives and not just be in the building all the time.
Right. In the next episodes, we're going to be talking about children's, teen, young adults. It sounds exciting.
It is, and it's a lot, so stay tuned.
Okay, stay tuned, and we look forward to seeing you again real soon.